So when we say how much do our governments allow or limit who I want to be, for me kind of like depends on the kind of government system that we're looking at, the time period and the person that you're asking. Throughout history, governments have both like expanded freedom and like some of them restricted freedom, shaping people how they live, work, and even like probably like imagining themselves. I have different political systems. What's it called? I'll be giving different answers to this question. For example, like me, I have a lot of freedom. I can do what I like can, and like I don't know, it's for me like I have the freedom. And like by contrast, liberal democracies promised freedoms like speech, religion, and property rights, but often only for certain groups like wealthy men. A government set the rules of the game, sometimes protecting rights and sometimes taking them away. Um, the 19th century was turning point because of the new political ideas. It was focused on tradition, like on the church authorities, that they only like focus on the church, and that religion was point one. And that often meant a restriction change, which limit people like having the freedom that they have. On the other hand, liberalism argued for individual rights, free markets, and representative governments. This opened opportunities because they would have like often struggled to gain the same political voice. Elites and women were denied full citizenships. So even though when liberal ideas expanded freedoms, they weren't like equally shared through like through everybody basically. And yeah, I think um my I was the question says which identity factors, gender or religion identify. Well, I think gender, for instance, determines whether you can vote, own property, or pursue education. Religion is influenced by your ability to participate in a public life. Minorities often face restrictions. The class also matters because it places you where you are in life. If you're low, middle, or high class. In other words, governments didn't just deal with individuals, they dealt with categories of people, and those categories determine the opportunities, whether you are low, high, or medium class, or if you were woman or men, or if you were Christian, Catholic, Jewish. They just determine from your opportunities, and that is all I have for today. My name is Anthony Munoz, 8012444412. September, I don't know what it is, September 22, 2025, and yeah, bye.